All right, guys, it's your boy Q, and we are back. Up next, we have Cardi B goes off on Joe Budden, criticizing her music career, and she violates him, which is wild to say. But yeah, shout out to Chick Smooth for the video. Honestly, Joe has been super critical of Cardi's career, basically insinuating that she might be scared to drop, which could hold some water because at the end of the day, Nicki just sold like 200K, and I know Cardi doesn't want to go and sell anything less than that, so she might be afraid to like pull the trigger. It's not like she hasn't been recording. She's been dropping music, just not an album. But yeah, Joe's frustrated. We haven't had nothing since 2016 from her, and he thinks it's about that time. And yeah, and obviously the labels probably feel the same way because she did renegotiate and got a huge bag for that second deal. I'm pretty sure the labels want to recoup on that because if you guys don't know, these labels pretty much are glorified banks, and all these advances have to be recouped this day and age of 360 deals. That comes from like shows, that comes from like sales, streaming, all that stuff, and merch, because that's what 360 means. They get a piece of everything. That's why they've been kind of putting on the pressure too, especially some of the execs over at Atlantic. Enough dilly-dallying, we'll jump right into the video. Again, it's entitled Cardi B goes off on Joe Budden for criticizing her music career, and she violates him.
Cardi B is officially fed up with Joe Budden, and she's not sparing his feelings this time. Joe, I think it's time to let it go, brother. No more talking about Cardi B on the podcast, man. Now, at least for the last 3 years, Joe Budden has been on Cardi B's case. Just like her fans, Joe Budden has been wanting Cardi B to drop her second album. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's been about 7 years now since Cardi dropped her first album. A couple months ago, she said she was going to drop an album in the summer. Then Cardi went on to change her mind, and her label.
Yeah, I'm thinking she's probably just hearing the music and thinking it may not be the right caliber. Her first album went diamond. She was only dropped one album. Mixtapes and stuff like that really don't count, even though honestly these are albums.
People actually had to intervene, saying, nah, you are dropping that album this summer. I don't care what you gotta do, Cardi. We are getting that album from you. Now, with all this pressure to drop an album as soon as possible.
Yeah, like I said, the labels need to recoup that deal. That's a fat deal, you know?
Obviously, it doesn't help if one of the biggest podcasts in hip-hop is also pumping the narrative that you do not want to drop your album. Cardi B has warned Joe Budden several times to please stop talking about me. You've already gone out of your way to interview Tasha K, who did nothing but try to ruin my life and spread false.
Of course, that's why be really careful when you're speaking on like Cardi. Just be careful with Cardi. She's like super litigious. Obviously, like she sued Tasha K, and she's willing to sue just about anybody if you're like defaming her, if she feels like she's being defamed.
Rumors about me. At this point, it's clear you don't rock with me, so please stop speaking on me. And every time this happens, Joe goes back on.
You know what's crazy? He does like her. It's just that he wants her to drop. He likes her music. He's basically saying like, yo, drop this album. Like New York needs you. I don't think Joe doesn't like her. I think Joe just wants her to release something. I think Joe rocks with her music. I think he's said it countless times. I feel like he feels like New York really needs an album from her just to like put New York back on like the map. Because honestly, it really hasn't been buzzing too much other than like a record here and there
on the podcast and says, nah, me and Cardi cool. I just spoke with Offset yesterday. We were just in the bando together, which always leaves the fans with the notion that everything is cool between them. But a clip of Joe speaking on Cardi B on his last podcast episode came out, and it's been making its rounds on social media. It's a clip of Joe saying that we'll never get another Cardi B album, and Cardi B is going to become a feature artist. Here's what Joe said.
Cardi.
Yeah,
I would absolutely.
We'll never get another Cardi album again.
And you've been standing on that.
I am standing on it.
And they talked about that in the office when I went up there. Like,
but now that Cardi got something dropping with my man Rob, Big Rob on Friday.
Saw that.
That's going to be crazy, but that's what Cardi's about to be now. Just a single artist. You're not getting none of that shit.
I mean, you was right, too.
I think it's because if you just pump out single after single, maybe if something hits, you can put something behind that. But like, yeah, I just feel like if you don't put out an album like that, you can't be judged on numbers. You're literally just putting out a record here, a record there. You're putting out these loosies, but you're not putting a project that could be judged, you know? So, and plus, honestly, I don't even know if she really wants to rap like that. I feel like she was saying it's her passion, but like when she came in, basically she just said she's doing it for the bag. Obviously, things change and you can develop a love for something, and this has obviously made her who she is today. it's hard to say she'll never put out another album, but like I can totally see her also just putting out single after single, which is what she's been doing since 2016.
About what?
About Atlantic wanting to put out an album. You was right.
Of course
See,
they
you be
do.
right sometimes about them wanting to put out an album. We don't
They
care
will need
about
to
that
I ain't
shit.
spoken to nobody at Atlantic. I'm
You give somebody $200 million, man, you can want your money back and some, you know?
just be on a hunch. So you done went and got some information from somewhere.
Let me just
I'm sure somebody involved wants Cardi to put out an album.
What? Yeah, of course they do.
I'm sure
They
Offset
all
wants
do.
Cardi to put out an album. Hey, fellas out there, boyfriends, y'all know that feeling, right? When you want your bitch to get a job, you in the
Fam.
house, your bitch just won't leave. She just in there on top of you, on top of everything, not giving you space.
That's cuddle. No.
Yeah, no, get off my arm. My arm sleep. Move, go.
Yo, I'm not gonna front. When the arm falls asleep and you just don't have the heart to move, fam, man, that'd be one of the worst feelings.
You got an album to do? Don't you got a single? You got a tour. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Now, Cardi B went on Twitter
True.
Spaces to air Joe out, and she was fired up. She calls him out for lying about having inside sources at her label, curses Joe out, flames him up a little bit, then goes on to invite Joe to pull up to the studio to listen to her music. Here's Cardi B going off on Joe.
that'd be
You
dope.
guys get in the comments below. Do you guys think Joe needs to stop speaking on Cardi B? Or do you guys think Cardi B is out of pocket and misinterprets Joe's love for her? Post your comments below. Subscribe to my
I feel
channel,
like
like
he
this video.
does
I'll
really
see you
rock
guys
with
later,
her.
man.
You don't even know me. Everything you do, whether it's my personal life or whether it's my music life, you're always talking shit about it.
It's crazy because she this is not the first time she's taken to like social media and really like ranted like this. So like it's hard when I guess when they keep bringing it up. Like some people are just more sensitive than others. Obviously, it's gonna affect everybody differently.
But you fake thirsty for my album. No, you don't. You're not thirsty for my album. You thirsty
think
to
he is.
criticize it. You thirsty to kick it down. You thirsty to talk shit about it. You never compliment me. When's the last time you compliment me?
He has. I listened to the podcast and he definitely has. He bigs her up all the time. The thing is if you're not listening to the full like pod, it's hard to get the context. And I know people clip this stuff and then send it to you, and then you do it. It puts a battery in anybody's back. If somebody could do that to one of us and take something out of context, just clip it in the right spot, and dude, it'll fire up any of us.
You were so thirsty.
Plus Joe being in strip clothes.
Fucking interview a bitch. You call her interesting. A bitch that almost fucking made me go suicidal in 2019. A bitch that how many fucking lawsuits they got? They ain't searching for a fucking thing.
Those Tasha K claims were wild.
So
too.
why you always talking about my album and you gotta connect? You don't have no connect. My family don't even know about my business, my work business. The album is never good. What are you talking?
Yeah, but you don't have to call the family. You could just call somebody at the label. He's cool with a lot of those people, man. They still cherish their relationship with Joe because Joe still is one of the biggest like hip hop media outlets.
About the shit is in motion. The merch is in more motion. The box sets are in motion. You don't know shit that's going on this side. You don't know it. Let me tell you something. My fans, one thing about fucking Barty Gang, my fans, sometimes they be finding out shit. They be like, how the fuck? How you know? How you know? How you know?
I like Cardi too.
And they don't even know much about my album. So how the fuck you know? Always want to talk about somebody in Atlantic. You're fucking lying, nigga. I talk to the bosses. The bosses. I talk to only the bosses. And the bosses ain't going around talking about my shit.
You think so, man? But they all talking. Like at the end of the day, all these people are chatty patties, man. And if they're really frustrated with an album not being put out, I could totally see any of these people voicing their discontent with that. Like, dude, I've been signed for like 4 or 5 years now, and people do the same thing at all levels. So I could definitely see them. I know she's like honestly probably one of the biggest priorities over at Atlantic. Probably number one priority at Atlantic. I think Bruno Mars is over there as well, but she's top of they need her to put something out. It's still plausible that these execs are still talking to Joe.
Leave me alone. I want you to leave me the fuck alone.
It is stressing her out though, obviously.
And it's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy. Like, this is the same nigga that gave me one of my first interviews. I don't know, is it because I used to give this nigga lap dances and he's mad that like I have fucking succeeded. I don't understand why I keep getting
Fatality.
harassed by this man. You want to interview or something? You want to hear my album so bad? If you want to hear my album so bad, you could pull up to my studio session.
That'd be fire.
You could pull up. But I'm really sick and tired of you keeping my name in my name in your fucking mouth. And then you acting like you keeping it there because you really want a project from me. No, you want to tear my project down like you tear down every of my single. Like you tear down my
Once you put your art out there, anybody, me included, it's up for like criticism. You're opening it up for criticism. It's just part of the game. It's gonna happen. People are gonna comment on your stuff. People are gonna voice their opinions, no matter how like you may not agree, you may not appreciate it, but people are gonna do that when you put it out. But that project that she dropped went diamond for a reason. The thing, like every one of those records was like a hit. It was an album full of singles. Joe definitely has voiced his discontent with some of the records, the later ones where they kind of felt uninspired. But dude, when you're this successful, like I'm pretty sure you're not gonna take every feature as seriously as the last. Like sometimes these people aren't even in the studio with you. You're just getting sent an email with the beat and their verse or whatever, and like a fat bag. It would be dope to have a Cardi B project because low key, if Cardi drops, people take notice. The world takes notice for an artist of like Cardi's caliber.
my single, you tear down my personal life, you tear down everything I fucking do. So it's not coming from a genuine place. It's not coming from a genuine place. So you need to stop that. Leave me the fuck alone, bro. Leave me alone. What is it that you fucking want from me? What is it you want from me? Cause you're not gonna lie, say here, I just want the album. I just want the this. No, you talk shit about every single I do. You compare old bitch to me, you compare new bitch to me, you compare every single bitch to me.
It's part of
You
the
don't compare
game. It
new
sucks,
bitches
but
to
it's
new
part of the
bitches.
game.
You don't compare old
Like these are media outlets and gossip outlets. This is what they do. I want a Cardi album. That'd be fire. But if Cardi's not ready to put out an album, who are we to determine that for an artist? Oh no, you have to put it here, you know? You have to put it out here. You have to put it out then. It doesn't really, it's not really how it works, man. Make your art when you want to make your art, but like I said, you've built all this and these people now they feel like they have like this right to say like stuff. And everyone has a right to their opinion.
bitches to old bitches. You compare everybody has to beat Cardi B, a new bitch or old bitch. But it's
If you're
Cardi
because
B,
you're
Cardi
number
B, Cardi
one,
B, Cardi B, Cardi B. If I suck so much to you, if I'm such a lazy
or
artist,
is arguably number one.
why the fuck Belcalis is coming in your fucking mouth? Belcalis, 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 Belcalis. Belcalis. All the time. Like, leave me the fuck alone, nigga. And I don't even be addressing you. I be ignoring you. Everything. You tried me in December when you said that shit, that I did that shit with my nigga for publicity. You tried me.
It may just be toxic. That's about it. Like,
And then you keep trying me. And keep trying me and keep trying me. And then you keep lying on me. You don't know nobody that's in my team. I have a very
and that's where it gets dicey. If you're lying on somebody and they can prove that this is like stopping their bag or this is causing some type of like crazy traumatic stress, they can sue and they can sue for a big bag. And that's something that you don't want to engage with. So as long as you're speaking truth and just your opinion, and if it's a rumor, you acknowledge that, that's how you stay safe. Because it's like, dude, these people are still going to talk about you. You know what I mean? These outlets are still going to talk about you. Like once you become this famous, now you're a public figure. People are going to discuss you. People are having like barbershop talk around you. This goes for like all these people. Like it's not just rappers, athletes. Look how people talk about LeBron or Bronny. Look how people talk about any of these people that are like just public figures. You're never going to be able to control like the public opinion and public outcry. You can try as much as you want, but like people still are going to judge, man.
My team is smaller than my pussy and my asshole. And I don't even get fucked in the ass. So my asshole is small. That's why
The
nobody knows
imagery.
nothing that I got going on when it comes to my music. The fuck? I'm really getting harassed by a whole nigga. I'm getting harassed by a whole nigga.
There's a lot of people saying these things, though.
She chasing clout. He chasing clout. What is there clout to chase for? There's so many people you could talk about. You could talk about Drake. You could talk about Kendrick all fucking day. You could talk about every single bitch that you claim you fucking love their music so much. But no, I haven't been on the fucking. I haven't even been doing publicity shit or nothing the past 2 weeks, and I still come up. Everybody dropping. All these females are dropping album. All these females are dropping projects.
A lot of those other like female rappers aren't moving the needle compared to what like talking about Cardi would do. We love Lotto, we love Glow, etc. And all these other dope artists that are out there, but you're still Cardi B, and Cardi B's name still holds a lot of weight.
All of this shit. Why you ain't talking about them? You claim you like them so much, but no, you talking about the brim. All the time you talking about the brim. The fuck? What is going on? You want to hear the album so
Texting.
bad, nigga? Pull up.
That'd be
Pull up.
fire.
I'm in New York. I ain't gonna get you touched. I ain't going to jail. I ain't gonna have niggas pressing you or none of that bullshit. TT Torres heard my fucking album. Pull the fuck up.
Yeah, man. She's probably had like a plethora of albums recorded over the years, but it's like trends and sounds change. So something she recorded last year, if she's waiting 8 months or a year, the sound may have totally changed. And now it's like it don't fit the landscape anymore. So it's like, all right, I'm not gonna put this out because it sounds dated. So you go and record something else. But you're taking so long that some of the other songs just become outdated. That could be a big reason as to why she hasn't dropped either. But like to say she doesn't have the potential to really make a fire album, she has all the resources in the world to do so. Access to the best writers, some of the best producers. Like, bam, she has the machine behind her of all machines, like Taylor Swift level machine. It's just gonna be her just pressing the button now at this point, and I do feel like it's coming soon, hopefully. But there's nothing that's showing me that it's for certain. Now with this type of like pressure, I guess she's feeling not only from Joe, but probably from like the label itself. I wonder if that will like cause her to push the button now and just say fuck it. But the big reason why a lot of these artists don't release after such huge successes is because if you go and you have a second, your sophomore album, your third album, and you really have a drop off and the quality and numbers wise as well, you really see the same drop in like your rate that you're charging people. If you don't got the hottest album, like you're not getting the same rate for that feature as you having the number one album and just popping. And so for somebody like Cardi, I don't think one album is going to damage her at all. You know, you're always going to give somebody the benefit of the doubt that had that type of success. And again, this is all just like theories as to why she hasn't dropped. Who knows? It could just be that I'm having too much fun doing all this other stuff. Music is a grind.
And it's all the time, bro. It's all the time. Like, leave me alone. I do not bother nobody. And I do not want to go to my old ways of cursing people out. And it's not genuine.
Savage.
Because if it's like a genuine thing, it's like, no, nigga. You just want to talk shit about it and criticize it down. You have not said not one positive thing about me. You have not said not one positive thing about any songs that I drop. You have not said nothing positive about any fucking feature that I drop. So why are you so thirsty for my album? You're not. You're not want to talk shit down on.
Nah, he thoroughly enjoyed the record, where she's basically clapping back at all the haters for teaming up and stuff like that.
Me.
I enjoy Cardi's music, man. I don't want her to feel all this pressure.
All the time. Shit is annoying, bro. I never seen nobody. Shit is so crazy. Shit is crazy, bro. I don't know what I did to this man. All the time.
Thinking maybe because Joe's platform is so big that you're gonna hear his voice amongst all the others.
Know what he remind me of? One of them prediction pages from Twitter. He's really one of those prediction pages from Twitter that just be making shit up. Cardi X August featuring. And it's like, yo, I have to come on my body and say something. I had to come on my body and say something because it's just like, yo, when does it stop? When does it stop? Like, why don't you leave me the fuck alone? If I'm such a lazy bitch and shit like that, why don't you leave me alone? I'm starting to think he's just obsessed with Dominicans.
She's not lazy at all.
I think I might remind him of his two last bitches. I think I remind him too much of Tahiri and Sin Santana. I think he got something. I'm starting to think that he got something against Dominican hoes because it's like, bro, why are you always coming for me all the time, all the time? And if you claim you so cool and you fuck with me so much, you could DM me and I'll give you hints on when my album is coming. I think he got something against Dominican bitches. I think we broke his heart too much. Then again, Dominican got the best pussy. We got that. We got that grip.
Yo, man, I'm Dominican and like Dominican, Puerto Rican, and some of the most toxic. I mean, I can't even say that, man. Everybody's toxic, fam, in this day and age.
We got that grip.
Cardi keep it real. I
And
will
this
say
is
that.
a mixture of there's a mixture of things. Like this nigga been talking shit about me for a whole year. Like for a whole fucking year, this nigga been talking about me. Like, nigga, you really fucking sat here and fucking said that I fucking was crying on live, going through it with my marriage, like my marriage, for another bitch. Nigga, you sound stupid.
No, I think that was real. I think that was real. The way she was acting, that was real. But like I said, a lot of these relationships are super toxic, and we'll be right back 2 days later. Like nothing happened after we complained to everybody, told everybody how this person was a demon, and we'll be right back in that bed, man. Man, like a fool. It'd be fun though.
Like when it comes to my personal life, I don't give a fuck about first of all, I don't give a fuck about none of these hoes. None of them. If I'm going
That's
through
good.
it, every single time I come on social media and I talk about my nigga, it's because I'm a crazy bitch. I'm a crazy bitch. People be like, oh, don't come online and talk about this and that. Why not?
She's still gonna do
That's
it.
how
You're not gonna be able to like control Cardi when it comes to that. If she gonna get some shit off, she gonna get some shit off. You're not gonna stop that.
got
Fam.
famous.
Yeah,
The internet is like
for
my
real.
diary.
And that that's a double-edged sword too.
Drop shit after that. We ain't drop no
But it
music
definitely
after
got her
that. Actually
popping.
disappear. Every single time that I put Offset on blast, you think that he be liking that shit? No.
Oh,
He gets
hell
dragged
no.
by my fucking, he gets dragged by everybody. His parents should be getting leaked. Everybody talks shit about him. He hates.
Nah, he be going through it. When those, because there's been a few of those incidents already, which is like nuts. But he be going through it too. Even though obviously, like, bam, you causing. I feel like this relationship is just super, super toxic. Like many other toxic relationships.
That. So you think I'm gonna put my marriage or whatever the fuck because somebody else got some shit going on? Well, another bitch don't make me shit ever. When it's my time, it's my time. All the time.
That's true. Very, very true.
It's always, but if
Well, not
I
all
feel
the time,
like
I
Joe
guess.
Budden don't like me because I'm Dominican. Two Dominican bitches broke his heart. And now you hate now I feel like you hate me because Sin and Tahiri were Dominicans. So it's just like, so you see how I'm making this shit up and not sound ridiculous? That's how you be sounding on your podcast.
I will say this. Cardi keeps it super, super real. Maybe she's a little too sensitive to like some of the commentary and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it sucks. But when you become a public figure, now you're like opening yourself up to criticism, praise as well. Don't get me wrong. Like when it's praise, everyone openly accepts that, obviously. But when it's criticism, obviously people don't respond the same. It's not surprising at all. Nobody wants to be criticized. I will say this: Joe does champion like her music. It's just that like to him, it's like with anybody. If he thinks it's not up to par to the person, he's gonna like voice it. And yeah, and I guess he's felt like that for like quite a few of those like last few features she's done. But Cardi B still is a top tier artist. Atlantic's probably number one priority, her and Bruno. But like when she drops, she's gonna drop. Like the label really has no choice. Like that they're kind of handcuffed. I do feel like if push comes to shove, they'll take whatever they have and just release something just to say fuck it. Because like when you give somebody like in the hundreds of millions of dollars, you're gonna want to see a return. And yeah, I feel like Cardi's also had a lot of fun doing a lot of other stuff, doing the modeling stuff, doing like being more of a personality, being like endorsing products, sponsors. Like she's caking right now. She's not She's not missing any meals, and her financials is probably as good as they have ever been. But yeah, I feel like Joe's perspective is kind of like, it's been many a year since the last project, 2016. We've gotten features and stuff like that, but nothing's come out. My whole theory as to why the album hasn't come out is maybe like some of these records that you record a year, 2 years ago now become like outdated sound wise. They could still sound dope, but like the production may just be something that people were doing like 2 years ago. Like if somebody puts out like a drill record, it really don't hit the same. It's going that way right now with like New Jersey club like beats and stuff like that. It's like you can kind of kill it to the point where now it's like people aren't really rocking with that stuff, and you got to change up your sound a little bit to reflect the what's going on right now musically. But yeah, definitely let me know like in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think Joe Budden's out of bounds by sharing his opinion? Do you guys think Cardi's right? Like obviously she took it personally, and yeah, it sucks to be criticized. But I do feel like when you're a public figure, you do open yourself up for this. Like, it's just part of the game. But I do feel like if she drops an album, it's with the people that she has behind her, not just like label wise, but like the talent around her as well. Like writers and producers. She's gonna put out some epic stuff too, you know? More likely than not, she's gonna put out some fire, and it's gonna do well numbers wise. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are freaking awesome. Dialogues are always freaking dope. Hope you guys love the video, and I hope to see you guys soon.